Start recording, why not? Oh, okay, well, today is my cake day, which I never paid attention to in the past. It's my second one, so I really couldn't. I only had one option to. Oh, too much light? This way. Okay, and yes, so when I'm on Reddit, I see other people, they go, it's my cake day, and they do special posts on Reddit, and I was like, well, I'm not creative enough for that. Okay, so, I don't know, I wanted to do something. So, I went to the quotes page, our quotes porn. I don't really like having to say it like that. It's not pornography, but it's quotes porn, and people read quotes as if it were pornography. So, you know, it's a better thing than it sounds, but it's still not nice to say. So, the rules on that subreddit were that you must have a quote, and that it must be pasted as text on a good-looking image. I can't describe how they described what a good image was, but it had to be high quality. Not that looking at that subreddit would show you good examples, but, you know, I like to be exemplar, so I try to do something good. I'm going to take you through the process first, and then show you what I created. So I got a quote from Ender's Game, which, if you follow these videos, you'll know I read recently. And it started with me in Photoshop. Should I make this bigger? I should. It's not that much bigger. Okay, so that's what I started with. I just made a canvas in Photoshop at a size. See, I like the colour blue, so pretty much everything I do in Photoshop starts with the blue gradient. That's black here and blue here. The quote is, if you try and lose, then it isn't your fault, but if you don't try and we lose, then it's all your fault. It's at an angle there. I didn't start with that, I promise, but you'll see why it's like that later on. Here's my layers. Because I did this quickly, this isn't a work project. My layers haven't been labelled, and I haven't preserved any of the original artwork. Everything that I broke, I broke. Oh, except this one. So I wanted this image. I actually just looked on Google for images of astronauts struggling or dead, because I thought it would be fitting for the quote. And then I also had this. No, I did not use that one. I used this one in the end, which is a nice stars background. And then, oh wait, and then I have to show you in my browser. I've prepared this and this image, which, you know, I thought was dramatic. Now, none of these I made. I just found them on Google image search. Oh, here's the star one again. Yes, and all I did was assemble them. So I had my background, and I put that planet image there. That's this one. So I've just rotated it clockwise 90 degrees and put it here. I kept the astronaut at the same angle that he was. He is now here, and well, you can see it taking form already. All I've done is some very simple composition. Well, hang on, back to here. I've made changes to this. I changed the colour channels, the colour palette. I don't know how I describe it. The hue, that would be accurate, actually. So that's what it was. This is what it is. Decided to make everything a bit more orange because I knew that the rest of the image would be too blue with this in. And I know that blue and orange is a lot easier on the eyes than everything being one colour. That's just a fact of life. Well, that's because most of what we see in real life is blue and orange, considering that the sky is blue and people are relatively orange. So we do that. That's also, you know, why the image is wide. Our eyes are next to each other rather than above each other, so a wider image is better for you than a taller one. Right, so the stars are in there. That's the composed image. Oh, I added blurriness here too, because, you know, depth. I struggle to get these edges looking natural. You'll see what I did about this one in the end product. This was just a flare from this image of the planet. You can see its other circles here, so that's part of the image. I didn't make that. You'll see how I deal with this. More layers. Ah, right. So I added my own lens flare and I put it on top of that one, which added this arc here, and also looks like it was part of the original one that was already there. So it looks like, you know, it's not a problem. It was all intentional now. And the story of the picture is already, you know, looking dramatic. Is that in focus? There we go. You know, you've got explosions on this planet, and this guy is on what looks like a meteor of some sort. No. Right, but next comes the sweetening, the color adjustments. So what we got? The levels, that's fine-tuning the colors, getting rid of the shadows, or the excessive shadows and excessive highlights. So it looks like I got rid of... No, it looks like I added shadows, but I actually got rid of them. Brightness and contrast. It's just making the image a bit sharper, enhancing the darks. Hue and saturations, color adjustments. So it looks like I've desaturated a bit. Maybe, or I enhanced some colours. I don't really remember what I did. It was all in a hurry. I don't do projects like this quickly, normally. And I did some specific colour adjustments. So I made the middle a bit more blue, and I made the planets a bit more orange. Yes. Oh, okay. Now, I added the quote. Now I composed this with the quote in mind. I knew that a focal point would be here and that another one would be here, so it's balanced now. Without the quotes, it doesn't look very cool. Now it looks cooler. And there's a vignette. I tend to do a vignette on everything, just darkening the edges to draw attention to the middle. And this to add a bit more contrast to the text. It's very subtle, but I think it looks nice. And that was that. I made it and I put it on Reddit. That still looks cool. You get like a beam of dark. Yeah, doesn't really work. So yeah, this is the image I posted on Reddit, and it's all pixelated on this video because it's recorded on the phone. It did really well, I think. This is everything I did today. Oh, it got 733 upvotes already. Oh, I just clicked on it. Does that look higher quality? It's bigger on the screen. But that's not what we wanted. We wanted to see the comments page. Whoop, 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 whoop. Can you see? It looks like these curves, parabolas appearing on the... That's only on my recording. It might not even be in the actual final video. Why is it taking so long to load? I'm going to do this thing where I open it again in another tab and it loads faster. Or I'm not. That didn't really go to plan. I don't understand why it wouldn't load. It just, look at the URL, it just says about blank. Oh well, that was a cool image. I'm going to try one more time. Oh, well, if someone can explain that to me, that would be great. Look, 765 upvotes, 57 comments. Yeah, so the deal with Cake Day is that it displays little cake. Ooh, there. Oh, and if people see the cake, they tend to upvote you more. So my karma is still not very high. Where are we? 787. It's still modest, but you know, it was more than it was. So it was cool, and people have commented, and I got a obligatory homophobic rant somewhere. Oh, right, look at this. Someone asked for the image without the text, and being the kind man that I am, I made them a copy of the image without the text. Again, I don't think it's as good, but somebody wanted it. Oh, have I already reached 10 minutes? Okay. Well, that's me. That's my day. My happy cake day. Bye.